Hello friends, today we are going to be talking about a tiny but rich country, Liechtenstein. We will also be looking at top 7 amazing facts about this Central European country. The Principality of Liechtenstein is a tiny, Alpine, German-speaking country landlocked by Switzerland and Austria. Despite being one of the smallest countries of Europe, it is one of the wealthiest in the world with a per capita GDP of $165,028. The Swiss franc has been the currency of Liechtenstein since 1920. Liechtenstein enjoys a very high standard of living and is home to some incredibly beautiful mountain scenery. The Principality's capital, Vaduz, is a major center of commerce and international banking. It owes much of its wealth to its traditional status as a tax haven, though it has in recent years taken steps to shake off its image as a tax haven and to reposition itself as a legitimate financial center. The country has come through a lengthy political wrangle over the role and power of the hereditary monarchy. After a bitter campaign, the people voted in March 2003 in a constitutional referendum to give Prince Hans Adam sweeping new political powers. The following year, he handed over practical power to his son, Crown Prince Alois. So far, if you have been enjoying this video, please subscribe to Unicorn Reel on YouTube and Facebook. Now, we will look at the 7 interesting facts about Liechtenstein. Number 1. Liechtenstein's per capita GDP is $165,028, the second highest in the world. Its GDP is surpassed only by Monaco's, the lavishly wealthy city-state on the French Riviera, where the per capita GDP is $166,726 and an estimated 1/3 of the population are millionaires. Liechtenstein has a prosperous financial services sector, with other major industries including electronics, metal manufacturing, dental products, optical instruments, and pharmaceuticals. Number 2. Liechtenstein has virtually zero national debt. The country has a debt to GDP ratio of 0.5% and national and municipal budgets run an overall surplus, according to Liechtenstein's Foundation for Public Policy and Constitutional Law. Number 3. Liechtenstein is completely in the Alpine region. Liechtenstein is the only country in the world with 100% of its territory in the Alpine region. There are 7 Alpine countries in Europe: Austria, France, Germany, Italy, Liechtenstein, Slovenia, and Switzerland. These are the nations that encompass the Alps, the highest mountain range that lies entirely in Europe. Liechtenstein's lowest elevation is more than 1,400 feet above the sea level. Number 4. One of the smallest countries in the world. Liechtenstein, a tiny Central European country nestled between Switzerland and Austria, is nearly 8 times smaller than the city of Los Angeles. With an area of about 160 square kilometers, it is the 4th smallest country in Europe, after Vatican City, Monaco, and San Marino. The population of Liechtenstein is only 37,000. The official language of Liechtenstein is German. Number 5. Christoph Zeller is the richest man in the country. The country's only billionaire is worth 50% of the entire nation's GDP, and he built his fortune on dental products. Christoph Zeller, who spent 13 years as the CEO of dental products company Ivoclar Vivadent AG, is worth 3.1 billion, and that is half of the tiny European country's $6.2 billion GDP. Number 6. Half of the country's workforce comes from neighboring countries. More than half of Liechtenstein's workforce commutes into the country every day from neighboring countries. In 2016, 54% of Liechtenstein's workforce commuted from countries like Switzerland, Austria, and Germany, according to Liechtenstein's Foundation for Public Policy and Constitutional Law. And finally, number 7. No armed forces. Liechtenstein hasn't had any army since 1868. Although the country has no military armed forces, its national police force cooperates closely with the military forces of neighboring countries. That's all we have for you today, my friends. See you next time. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Unicorn Reel on YouTube and Facebook.